Hello and welcome into another edition of That's So Dolphins Talk. Got myself Johnny Bake Show and the co-pilot Trigger Trey Proctor. If you are new here to the channel, this is what we do here weekly. We give you post-game recaps and we look ahead to the next week for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins had a big win yesterday. They are still in the hunt. The ever elusive in the hunt graphic is alive and well. So
Forever in the hunt, dude.
forever in the hunt. What did you think about the game yesterday?
Um, I thought offensively that was the most complete game we've played. We every time we touched the ball, we scored points. We moved the ball well. Seems like we were able to identify weaknesses well. We used our rub routes and pick routes that historically we'd been good at using. We brought those back into the offense. The offense seemed like far and away more different than it seemed, in my opinion. Like everything just seemed to flow better. Jonnu legacy game. Like offensively, I have nothing but good things to say. About what we were able to do with the football. Defensively, borderline fucking legacy game out of Minshew. Like that, they moved the ball way too easily on us. I don't understand the Brock Bowers situation. Like we just decided, boy. Let me tell you, as a defensive coach, and I'm going into a football game, and you walk into that meeting room, and there's one player you put up offensively for them, and it's Brock Bowers. Like I don't know
Yeah. Him
how.
him and Jacoby Myers both. I mean, it felt like they kept Jacoby in check, but other than Jacoby, it has to be Brock Bowers. And
I just don't understand.
I don't understand the game plan either.
So that's a little worrisome. Now, do other teams have a Brock Bowers? It's not necessarily that I'm worried. Now, we've historically never been able to stop a tight end. It seems like that just seems to be our Achilles heel, which probably goes back to us not being able to identify good linebackers ever outside of fucking like four in our entire history. So, but besides that, like it's not so much the player. Like, yes, we let Brock Bowers beat us. It's the fact that we let that happen. Like, I'm not saying that we're going to play another tight end to the caliber of Brock Bowers, but the next offense's best player. So when we play the Patriots this week, God, they don't really have anyone good. But pretend they have fucking Randy Moss back. Boy, let's hope we figure out a way to stop their best player on offense.
Yeah.
Let's start there and then develop. So that is a little worrisome.
That is actually a really good point you made because it doesn't feel like really good teams with good defenses, they take away your best option and they make you do things you don't want to do. And I don't feel like this Dolphins defense has made anyone do that.
Dude, they were the fully loaded Rams at home, and we dismantled future Hall of Famer Matt Stafford.
They did do that game, but
what? I don't. How he's in the hall? He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame, John, and we made him look like he was one of the horrible, most awful players last week. And Gardner Minshew, who sat on the sidelines for 8 minutes to start the game, just comes out, fucking, yeah, and just takes his keys out and goes on a drive.
well, I think that the other problem too with what you're talking about is probably Norv Turner, like the Norv Turner effect, like because they brought a whole new look.
Dude, it's 2024. Norv Turner.
I'm saying he's bringing like new eyes. He's bringing a fresh take. Like I think that
fresh and new. There's nothing new and fresh about Norv Turner.
it's new and fresh in the building.
Boy, I don't know. I think we've got to figure that out. Because that can't continue. Because our defense has got to be our defense. Now again, we had a lot of defense. Bend but don't break. We had a lot of bend but don't break. But there was a little bit of break in there, and we just got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
I think for at least on my end, what I think it was a huge problem was no Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller not being in the secondary, I think, hurt a lot because I saw a lot of Storm Duck. I saw a lot of Cam Smith. I saw a lot of Cater Kohu yesterday that I don't want to see.
Cater Kohu and that missed tackle. Oh my God! Can I tell you
he always has one poorly timed missed tackle in a game when you needed most.
Just a horrible tackle. And listen, here's what I'll say. They did enough to win the football game
Yeah,
defensively.
yeah,
Offensively, they won that football game. Week before, the defense won that football game. We did just enough offensively. We are finding our stride one game at a time, okay? One game at a time.
yeah.
But we got to stack another W because none of this matters if we lose to the Patriots.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
matter.
true. It doesn't matter.
Season's over. Every week, season's over. Okay?
Yeah, the Colts won yesterday. The Chargers won yesterday. I believe the Broncos also won yesterday. So, like, it's not getting any better for the Finns in the wild card hunt.
So I saw, I don't remember who, I think Tyler, last name starts with a D, DeSanta,
Yeah.
Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Just on the Dolphins talk, actually. But anyway, so he posted, I'm pretty sure it was him that posted a playoff thing that basically said if we win the games we should win, so that's the Patriots, the Jets, twice, Browns, someone else I'm missing.
Packers and or Houston.
We own it. If we win one of those three between Houston, Packers, 49ers, we win one of those three. It's a 92% chance to make the playoffs.
Okay.
If we win two of those three, it's 95. If we win all three, it's 97.
Okay. All right. Well,
that's even. That even accounts for if that loss were to be to the Texans, which would be the worst of the three losses.
That would be the worst of three losses. I agree. We want, if we're going to lose to somebody, it needs to be in the NFC.
Yes. So
it's a facto. Don't lose that game. Or any of these AFC games.
Or let's just keep winning out. Let's just keep stacking wins and let the pieces fall around. The Colts got to play the Broncos. The Ravens got to play the Broncos. The Ravens got to play the Steelers again, I believe.
Yeah, at home.
At home. The Ravens got to play the Bengals. Dude, there's so much season. It's not even Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we are feeling like the Giants with Tom Coughlin, just hanging around.
I mean, hanging around. You are right. They are hanging around. I think at least offensively, because we won the game yesterday with offense. One thing that is really sorely lacking is Alec Ingold. We cannot rely on having an offense without Alec Ingold. We need him. It really shows in the run game. Jalen Wright, I don't know what the poor dude. It seemed like every time he was on the field, he was getting blowed up. And yeah. I mean, Achane is very dynamic. He can kind of do whatever he wants out there as long as you just give him a little bit of space. He only needs just the smallest amount to make something happen. And Mostert, I don't even know, was Mostert even out there at all yesterday again?
Yeah, I mean, he had probably one or two impactful plays.
He hurt his hip early in the game, but
yeah, he's okay though. They did. McDaniel said he was okay today. Jalen Wright took a pretty big hit, and then I didn't see him come back in, so I'm worried he might be in a protocol. I'm hoping that we get Fuller back this week. Sounds like we might, and I'm hoping for win. But again, Lamb's been playing good. O-line looked good again, man. Feels different with this offense. It just feels different.
There is it is a different look, especially with yesterday, because we're in this McDaniel era. We're so used to seeing 4 to 1 play drives for touchdowns. And like yesterday, it was 7-minute drive, 12 plays, just marching down the field. And the other approach too that was really different was like they weren't trying to force the ball. It wasn't like, okay, here's our offense. We're going to run it and we're going to just make it work. But like, felt like we brought it, like we were working to what the defense was giving us. Like they're backing up. We're going to take everything short and we're just going to keep working you. And then eventually what's going to happen is the Jonnu Smith catch or the long Achane run. Like we're just going to hammer you down. You're going to make a mistake and we got you, which is extremely, extremely different from than what we're used to in Miami.
Yeah, I love it. I think this is the offense that I envisioned when the season started. So that's why there's a little hope for optimism. But the problem is that Calais Campbell said it. I think I sent you the video. Like we dug ourselves a big ass hole.
Yeah.
So we don't really have much room and time to be figuring each other out. Like
No.
honeymoon phase is over, but it's fine. We're progressing. We just got to stack another fucking W.
Yeah.
Another W. Hey, how about that John New play? They came out and said that it was off script. That he wasn't even supposed to run that.
That's actually
That
pretty great.
touchdown.
And how about Tua off the back foot?
Oh, dude. Him off platform in general, just absolutely.
How about that? I thought he couldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, he proves week in and week out that he can do everything that people say he can't do. That ball to Waddle, where I thought he was going to try to run and fucking run over that guy to go into the end zone, and I was,
I
which is a shame that like that's the fucking world that I live in now. That I'm so worried every time he gets hit. Like he had that one scramble where he fucking got sandwiched, and I was every time he gets hit,
yeah.
I'm sorry. It has not, and it's solely. I love him as a person, but it's solely because I don't want my team to suck at football anymore. To be 100% honest with you, I'm just shooting it straight.
Yeah.
It's a selfish worry.
Yeah.
He's his own man. I don't give a shit about the choices he makes.
You
I
just
don't.
you just want him to be the quarterback.
I want to be the quarterback of my football team, winning football games. So whatever you got to do that, brother. Like, love it. So yeah, that's so again. Offense looked good. Defense.
Zach Sealer again showing that he is the
Bob Robinson, so good.
So that is a good thing that you sent that earlier today, and I had been given a lot of criticism to Chop, and it's just like it felt like he washes himself out of the play. Like his aim point is like 3 to 4 yards too deep, and it didn't feel like that yesterday. It felt like they reined him in, like they coached him up, and he made adjustments, and it felt like he was just like nearly there, just like not. He's gonna figure it out, and
he's 21 years old.
Yeah.
Jared Verse, who got drafted like 5 spots ahead of him, is 24. Like, this dude's going to learn how to be a pass rusher behind Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips for the next few years and just continue to develop. And you got to think, as a young player, like, the hardest thing to develop is probably the ability to set the edge in the league. Like, I feel like that's going to be hard just because, like, you're taught to fire off the ball so quick, and being able to fire off the ball, be a smaller guy and still set an edge on a bigger tackle or a tight end down blocking you. Like, that's probably something that's going to take a while to learn. He's going to have to continue to develop his body to do that. But the pass rush win rates, the pressure he's causing, like, not even the fact that he's getting home, just the fact that he's making quarterbacks uncomfortable is such a blessing to have. It'd be bad if we had Jalen Phillips on the other fucking side, what this defensive line could have been. And if Bradley Chubb, I don't know if he's ever playing again, but God, like the hopes that we could have had on defense.
So did Chubb tore his ACL, correct?
Achilles, same thing.
Achilles. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was his Achilles or if it was his ACL. So if it's Achilles, then he's still on schedule. If it was his ACL, I'd be having concerns because it feels like at any point in time, dudes can be back very quickly from an ACL. But if it's Achilles, then okay, that makes more sense. All right.
I'm 99% sure it was Achilles. Let me check.
Getting Wynn back will be great for the offensive line. I don't want to mess up the mojo on the line because the line's playing really good, but like it can't hurt having Wynn in there. Like we talked about last week, like moving Jones over to right guard, moving Eichenturd out to, being in reserve, and then putting Wynn and Armstead, that like solidifies our like left side of our line. Brewer played great again, and yeah, I just felt
it was knee. It was knee.
It was his knee. I feel like he should be like gearing up to be back by like end of.
It was like the last game of the season though. He did it right. It's like the last play of the season.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So normally, if someone gets that, they have usually they have. He's probably okay. I mean, I think he's probably on track.
I'm hoping.
So confirm knee for Chubb. So I think he's still on track. I'd love to have him back, but I mean, we gotta play with the players we got. So we get Wynn back. I'd like to see Eichenberg out of the lineup when we get Wynn back. That's my probably best set. Um, Man, Aaron Brewer is so fucking athletic, dude. I'm just trying to think back through my thoughts during the game. He had a really key blocks. He had a holding call that I thought was fishy, and they didn't re-show, so I didn't get a chance to see it yet. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a win against the Raiders. We need more.
There is one thing I did want to talk about that I saw. I saw that Terrell Dodson, the one that they picked up off waivers from the Seahawks. I noticed that he was on special teams. I didn't see him play at all. I don't. I'm not sold on Anthony Walker. I mean, I like him. I see the upside in him, but he's fully taken over the David Long spot.
Yeah, I think he's slightly better in coverage than Long was, but like athletic tight ends are gonna and athletic like they're gonna eat him up.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I think that getting Dodson and getting him incorporated into the lineup is going to be big, especially like I feel like if you're going to get him in against like a team like the Patriots, where like I feel like we can keep them under wraps, but I don't want to like say that and then Drake May throws for 400 and 4 tuds. Like
I'd like to see him bench Jordan Poyer and give Elijah Campbell some run at safety.
That's what's really infuriating for me, because I feel like if Poyer was in Buffalo, he'd be all pro. And as soon as he puts on the aqua and orange, as soon as it feels like anybody that puts on the aqua and orange like that, like he's had a bad year. It's been a really bad year for him.
Why did we just resign Brandon Jones, Van Ginkel? Do you know the difference between? I just saw this fucking. I forget who it was. The difference between Van Ginkel and Shaq Barrett was $2.5 million.
Yeah, I did not know that. Shaq
so we
screwed us.
Yeah, imagine if we just paid two. That is chump change.
Yeah,
we're probably still paying Ndamukong Suh. Like, are you kidding? You can't bring Gink back for $2.5 million.
I was not expecting you to say we're still paying Ndamukong Suh.
We can't get Gink back for Imagine Gink, Robert Hunt, and Brandon Jones on this team. God, the fucking boneheaded decisions that this franchise makes sometimes. It's just homegrown talent.
We both said, and we didn't get this on audio. This is because we usually, another thing we want to do this off season for the listeners, we want to do stuff in the off season, and we talked about this, both you and I, is that seeing the contract that Hunt got, seeing the contract that Wilkins got, all right, sorry, we just don't have money for that. We got other people to pay. But seeing the Ginkel contract, and like that is something that you should have retained. Easily should have. And having him, man, it just really sucks, because having Gink on this team would have been, especially in this system, like this is the system where like this is kind of Josh Boyer-y, but like better, I think.
Yeah.
Not as
I don't understand it. It's baffling. But again, we're on to the Patriots.
On to the Patriots. It should be a good one. It is at home, so that's nice. We don't have to travel to Foxborough in some cold weather. We already got that game out of the way, so really excited for that. What do you think for that game? You think what's the spread?
I think last time I checked, we were 7.5.
That fits.
Let me check again.
Line grow. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of the Patriots. I just see a lot of bad stuff. And
I mean, Drake May, the thing with, Drake May's going to make plays. Like but he's also going to turn the ball over.
Right. So we have to make him uncomfortable.
We have to make him uncomfortable. Line is 7 right now.
Okay. I'd hammer the over.
Oh yeah, I think 100%. But again, like, I don't care if we win by fucking 1. We've got to win this football game. We cannot look ahead to Thanksgiving. Fuck the turkeys. I don't want you to think about turkeys, no mashed potatoes, no beans, greens, tomatoes, lamb, ram, hog, or mole. I don't want to think about none of that.
Potatoes, tomatoes, ram, yeah.
What a great. Anyway, forget all about that. It's about beating the Patriots.
Yes.
Beating a division rival at home. Get them in the dark blue. Get them sweating it out. Get them out there just sucking wind, Like that's what I need to happen.
Is this a throwback weekend or is that next weekend for Thanksgiving?
I don't know the answer to that.
Ah,
Hmm.
we should definitely just be
Our uniforms irritate me, dude. The Bengals orange pants. We would look sick with some orange pants.
we should just bring back the creamsicles.
I don't understand why we don't go all teal
Uh,
ever.
well, because every time we do, we get blowed at.
When's the last time we went all teal?
The two was 2 years ago, or it was two. I think it was that. It was either the last year of Flores or the first year of McDaniel. I'm pretty sure we lost, and then we wore it during. I think, yeah. Every time I feel like we've worn aqua, we get blowed at.
I don't like the aqua pants with the white jerseys.
I don't like aqua pants either. They always
Dude, aqua pants, white jerseys just screams like
well,
I mean,
yeah. Well,
oh, when I see that combo, and I just think about like it's like 425 game in the playoffs and it's freezing and we're just losing. That's all I think about. I can't stand those uniforms.
what I want to see. So like I know like a lot of fans are fixated on like the throwback old school like 72 Dolphins. I want like 2000s fins. Bring back the fin with the helmet. That's
That is a sweet logo. You're right.
why do we not rock that? Why do we not own it? Like everyone made fun. I remember like when we were growing up, everyone made fun of the fact that we had a dolphin with a helmet on.
Yeah.
Why do we not embrace that? I feel like we need to embrace to bring back the 2000s. Like we need that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I also wish we had gray uniforms. I think
Did the Miami Vice uniform or
I
something.
would like dark blue. Dark blue would be nice.
Remember whenever they were in 2K5? Actually, you had that Ricky Williams jersey, didn't you?
The dark blue Ricky Williams one.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't fucking have that thing.
I thought that would be a little Nash little pickup there.
No, he's wearing a Marino jersey. Good luck. 2-0. 2-0.
It's 2-0. It is.
Blood sacrifice.
Oh, only death can pay for life. So, all right. Well, that was the Raiders recap and the small little look ahead here to the Patriots. That game is Sunday. I believe that's 1 o'clock game. I love 1 o'clock games. Please, no more prime time, and everything will be right with the world. So, with that, we will see you next time on That's So Dolphins Talk.